So why are owner user purchases on the rise in Orange County? Owner user purchases right now we're seeing the most of actually in the small office arena. You're not seeing it in retail. You're not seeing it in multifamily, and you've been seeing it in industrial in the past. But what you're also seeing is that as an investment class, you are still seeing a lot of investors very interested in that, and there's a lot of tenants for that. So industrial, I can buy it as an investor, and there will be plenty of tenants to uh, put into my building. On the office market right now, and by the way, that becomes competitive and the pricing's expensive. On the office market right now, there's low interest rates. SBA right now is doing very high loan to values. They're also allowing forbearance, not even just forbearance, but you don't even have to pay rent for the first your mortgage payment for the first 3 6 months. That's been going on, really trying to encourage people to own their buildings. Um, and it is controlling your destiny. It's controlling your property. It's getting the benefits of real estate. And if your rent is the same as your all-in mortgage costs and ownership costs, there's more benefit to owning than there is to leasing. So I think you're seeing a lot more owner user sales on the office side right now than we've seen before. I believe in Orange County, we had somewhere around 61 office buildings sell in the past 12 months. So trailing 12 from March 2021. And of those, 30 were owner users, 4 were potential owner users, could be investors, could be owner users. The owner would decide if he wanted to move in or not. And then the rest were investment sales. That's a big number when 50% is going towards owner users, and it points towards the benefits of owning your own real estate. But we're also seeing that that's under 20,000 square feet. Once you start getting over 20,000 square feet, those tenants aren't necessarily buying their buildings. They're more renters. So you're buying buildings and trying to find a tenant for that in a market where it's a tenant's market, and a higher vacancy rate right now than we've seen. They're anticipating it could even get as high as 25, potentially even 30% of a vacancy factor, which is really a tenant's market. So that's where it's also making sense to potentially own your building if it's the same as your rental rates and you get the benefits of ownership. So we're seeing more and more of that right now because of good financing, good opportunities, more people wanting to own their building. Real estate's now more of an acceptable asset class. So you're finding an individual buying the building and then renting it back to his company. The CEO buys it, that sort of a thing. And then they're playing with their tax strategies. So to me, it makes sense to own your own building if it's comparable to a lease rate someplace else, and you're comfortable having somebody in your shop that's going to be responsible for the management of that.